Welcome to episode 54, the secret ingredient to reaching your goals. In this episode, you'll discover the one thing you must have to achieve your goals, how to leverage your style as a tool for personal growth, what really drives the results you have in your life, and small steps that can add up to big results. But first, are you ready to take your style to new heights? If you're tired of feeling confused and frustrated when it comes to getting dressed, then I invite you to book a Get Acquainted call with me today. As a master style coach, I would love to help you get dressed effortlessly every day while cultivating an image that is authentic to you. Style doesn't have to be hard. It just takes an expert who can show you the way. I'd love to work with you personally and help make 2022 your best year yet. Click the link in the show notes and book your complimentary call today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of StyleFinder Boutique, and creator of the StyleFinder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome. I'm so thrilled to be sharing this episode with you today because not only is it episode number 54, but today I turned 54. Well, actually, the day that you're listening to this, I turned 54. So you are here with me on my birthday, and I'm honored to share it with you. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for showing up for me. This has been such a wild ride, such an incredible journey. And I just am so grateful to be starting the year out with you. Last year at this time, I did not have a podcast. I had thought about doing a podcast, but I wasn't sure it was going to happen. So it took a little while, and it took some guts to get this thing started. So I am just grateful because even just this past weekend, when I did a workshop, I had some beautiful women in the boutique with me on Saturday for Jumpstart Your Style. And they got really clear on what their style was. I am doing the work right there along with you guys. So, I spent some time getting clear on my style and what I want to change for this coming year because I've got some big goals this year. And today I'm excited to share with you what you must have to reach your goals. But thank you again for being here. You guys have been amazing. And, I have to tell you, it's been so incredible, the women that I've met through this podcast. I've now got clients in countries all over the world, and it's just been such an honor and a pleasure to be able to come on here with you guys every week and share my thoughts, share my ideas, share my knowledge, and, do things that hopefully can really help you with your style, with your life, to really help you feel more beautiful, more connected to who you are, live a richer, fuller life. And thank you again. I know I keep saying that, but I'm truly honored that you guys have shown up for me. And the notes I get from you guys, I've got people DMing me on Instagram or, popping on here from TikTok. So if you're on here from TikTok, welcome. I have been having a lot of fun on TikTok, and I would not have thought that because I have 4 kids who love TikTok, and I would have thought that I'm too old, but you know what? You're never too old for anything. And I've found a lot of amazing women over on TikTok who are ready to take their style to new heights and really, really, really have enjoyed my videos. Women who have enjoyed making videos, men who have enjoyed, just so many people. And I've learned some really cool stuff. In fact, the joke is around our house is like, hey, I saw this video on TikTok, or I learned that on TikTok. And it's been interesting because, it's a way to kind of bridge the gap with our kids. And they think it's kind of cool that I'm on TikTok. In fact, I'm on TikTok, and I had a video that went viral not too long ago. And it was interesting because a lot of people, I'll let you go take a look at it. It's Style by Mary Michelle, but it was nothing, in my opinion, nothing controversial. I basically was just working with a client, helping her understand where her widest point was and where she doesn't want anything to stop. Well, some people, a lot of people really, really, really loved that advice and said that, it was helpful, but some people took offense to it and said that it was toxic. And they were talking about being fat phobic, which I just totally took it out of context. But it was interesting because some of my followers came to my defense, but my stepdaughter, and my son, and my husband were all commenting and taking up for me. I felt so it was interesting to all be in on that together, and just an interesting experience. So, but anyway, I've got lots of information to share with you guys today. So I will jump right in. All right. Did you make resolutions this year? I don't ever make resolutions. I have goals, I have intentions, but whether you have dreams, desires, goals, intentions, whatever they are, whether it's lose weight, make more money, have a great relationship, get healthy, whatever your goals are, I want to share with you the one thing that you need to have in place for your goals to be achieved. Now, I have learned this. I everything I share with you is firsthand information. It is information that I have gleaned from my own experience. And this has been so true for me. I have learned it the hard way. But what I really want to share with you today is that whatever your goal is, there is one secret ingredient that you must have if you want to achieve it. And what that goal is to have a self-image, that picture of who you are, have a self-image that is aligned with what your goal is. Now, I know that might sound crazy, or it might sound totally true for you, but there's a great quote from Brian Tracy. The person we believe ourselves to be will always act in a manner consistent with our self-image. Now, I stumbled upon that quote, I think probably 18 or so years ago. And I remember that because that was a pivotal time in my life. When I became a mother, when I gave birth to my daughter, Ivy, a lot changed for me. Up until that point, I had been telling myself, you're too fat, you're not good enough, all the negative self-talk. I mean, really incessantly. I grew up with this feeling of essentially I grew up with my self-esteem being attached to the number on the scale. Whatever my weight was, that made me good or bad or wrong or right. And that was a really, really toxic place to be for a long time. And I decided, I think it all came to a head when I became a mother. And I remember looking in the mirror. I gained 50 pounds when I had my first child because I loved food, and especially Girl Scout Thin Mints. I don't know why, that was my thing. So I ate way too many of those. But I remember getting ready to look in the mirror after I'd just come home from the hospital. I gained 50 pounds. And ladies, it doesn't just go away after the baby comes out. It takes a while. And so here's my body, 50 pounds heavier than normal, from somebody who's already mentally beating herself up. And I braced myself. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to see when I look in the mirror? And I was terrified. But I swear it was divine intervention. It was like in that split second, in that moment, it was like, no, let's be grateful. You are amazing. You gave birth to this beautiful daughter. You are healthy. And I was just flooded with gratitude for having eyes that I could see my daughter, for having arms that I could hold her, that my body did natural childbirth. I mean, that was really amazing that I was able to do that. No epidural, nothing. I was in labor for a long time. And shout out to Bobby Vinson. She was my amazing doula. And without her, I don't know what would have happened, but she saved the day. So that was a pivotal moment for me. And it was really the first step. And it was not intentional. This was not something that I felt called to do, except in the moment. I did not have the forethought to think about this. It was in that moment that I made that decision. And so I say that because there really was no planning behind this. This was just how things unfolded for me. And so I just did what I was pulled and called to do. And it was gratitude. I was flooded with gratitude. Now, I still was not able to look at my body and say, hey, I'm grateful for this beautiful body, because I did not feel that. But I could find things that I was very grateful for. And that really shifted my perspective. It shifted my appreciation and shifted a lot of things for me. Because when I was able to come from a place of gratitude and a place of appreciation for myself, even though I was not able to say, I love my body or I love myself, I did not love myself. But that was the beginning of my journey to loving myself. And it started with the gratitude and appreciation. And so this is why I tell my clients, start where you are. Start with one thing. And if you can't look at your body or look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful, what can you appreciate? Can you appreciate that you're healthy? Can you appreciate that you have two legs? Can you appreciate that you have beautiful hands, that you can hold others and embrace others? What can you appreciate about yourself? And so from there, things just unfolded. And it started with the gratitude. And then it was, well, I'm grateful that I have a beautiful smile. And then I would find something to do to play up a certain feature that day. Every day I would do this. If it was my smile, maybe I'd put on a great lipstick or whiten my teeth. If it was my hair, maybe I'd wear a color that lit my hair up. And I would do this every day. And as I was saying something beautiful to myself, that's the way I put it. Say something beautiful to yourself. I want you to say something beautiful to yourself every day. But as I started doing this, I started reflecting how I was feeling in what I was wearing. And I started to pay close attention to what I was wearing and how I was showing up. And if I was feeling like I wanted to appreciate my legs, I would wear a skirt that would show them off. If I was feeling like I wanted to appreciate my wrists, I'd wear a beautiful bracelet. And I would start doing things that I loved, that would show off a part of myself that I was focused on in a positive way. And the attention I began to get for that was so positive and so gratifying in so many ways, because not that I necessarily needed external validation, but people noticed. They noticed what I was doing, and it did feel good. And so when I would go to the trouble to wear a scarf that pulled out my hair, the highlights in my hair, and people would say, wow, your hair looks great today, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then it just really set me on a path to highlighting the positive. And you know what happened when I did that is that it took the emphasis off the negative. And I was really able to start seeing myself in a whole new light. Now, one thing I talk so much about is style being one of the best tools for personal growth. And I believe this because of my own journey. And as I really started to pay attention to my style and elevate my style and do things that could show off me in a better light, others began to notice. I began to see myself differently. I began to see myself as beautiful. I began to really appreciate what was beautiful about me. And I began to feel beautiful. I began to dress in a way that expressed beauty. I began to show up in a beautiful way. Now, it might sound conceited to be able to say that, but it's not. It does not come from any place of ego. It comes from a place of knowing that we're all children of God and we were created to be beautiful. There is nothing not beautiful about us. But I think in so many ways, we women are told that we can't tell ourselves we're beautiful. We're not supposed to feel beautiful, that it's all about our ego. But the truth is, we're here to be beautiful. We're here to shine our light and to express our beauty in the most authentic way possible. We're here to show up, to stand out, and to be our amazing selves. We are not here to play small. And when we can show up in a way that is congruent with who we know we are on the inside, that's powerful. And when we can start to see ourselves as that beautiful, amazing woman who is achieving whatever goal you want to achieve, that's where the magic happens. That's where the inner matches the outer. And then that's how we manifest our goals. I've read so much on manifesting, and the one theme that is so congruent is that we don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. And I know so many people have used the analogy of a radio signal. And let's say I'm in my car listening to Sirius XM and I turn on 80s on 8. Well, if I turn on 80s on 8, I'm not going to expect to hear Lil Nas X or something from the 60s or, a hit that came out 2 years ago. No, I'm going to expect to hear 80s music. Come On Eileen, maybe The Cure, maybe, Huey Lewis, whatever's big in the 80s. I'm a total 80s girl, love some 80s music. But if I turn on 80s on 8 and I expect to hear something from the 70s or something from last year, it's not going to happen. I'm going to be frustrated. And so the same is true for us as manifestors. If we're trying to manifest our goals, if we are not in alignment with what we say we want, we won't attract it. We won't become it. We'll actually repel it. Now, my word for this year is receive. And I debated about that. At first I thought receive, and then I said, no, it was going to be intentional. But then I thought, what? Receive is what it just felt right, because I am ready to receive at such a deeper level and to really be where I want to be in this world. I'm excited about everything that has unfolded over the past year. It's been a very powerful year in so many ways. So much has just opened up for me in terms of healing emotional, I don't even know what to call it, emotions, getting over my emotions. I am highly sensitive. And being a highly sensitive woman who is an empath, who is an introvert, a highly sensitive, empathic introvert. Big Daddy and I joke about that a lot because he is the total opposite of that. And I know it makes things interesting for him. One thing I have learned being a highly sensitive, empathic introvert is that I need a lot of downtime and I need a lot of time to process things. But I have also learned how to overcome things much quicker. I have learned not to take things so personally. I have learned to become stronger. And it's been a really, really interesting year. And so I'm excited to see what 2022 has to bring, because I am not the same woman I was a year ago. And for me, it started with seeing myself as someone who gets over things quickly. It started with seeing myself as someone who doesn't take things personally. It started with seeing myself, asking myself, what am I making this mean? I've got these questions up on my wall. What am I making this mean? How is it serving me? That's a whole, I think I talked about that in another episode. But I started to see myself differently. I started to see myself as someone who, instead of emotionally reacting, to really sit with this and ask myself, what am I making it mean? Does it have to mean that, or could I see it differently? And that's helped me to shift my perspective. And so, whatever your goals are this year, think about how you can show up in a way that is in alignment with those goals. I know so many women who want to take their business to new heights. They want to grow their business, they want to make more money, they want to reach more clients. And so, if that's one of your goals, how are you showing up? Are you hidden? Are you holding yourself back? Are you playing small? If so, this is the time. This is the moment to step forward and be seen. It's time to shine your light. It's time to get out there in a big way. And your style can lead the way. Stepping into your style is like stepping into more of yourself. Your style, I've talked so much about this. Your style is so much more than the clothes that you wear. Your style is how you express yourself. It's what you exude. It's who you are. And when you walk into a room, how do you feel? What's your energy? What do you look like? What's the image that people have about you? That is what is going to attract or repel your ideal clients, your ideal income, your ideal experiences. It's what's going to help you see yourself as the woman who can achieve your goals. I want you to achieve everything on your list. I want you to have your every heart's desire. And it starts with seeing yourself as the woman who is what you desire. How can you use your style? How can you leverage your style to see yourself as that woman? I know for me, it was such a pivotal factor. It was such a big influence and made such a difference because I could now see myself stepping into becoming a style coach. I could see myself as the style expert. I could see myself helping others, feeling capable and confident and courageous. And every step of the way, I made tweaks. I pushed myself. Ooh, let me go a little bit deeper. Let me go a little further. And then I would step into that next level. I would start dressing for it. I would start seeing myself as that I wanted. And then I would step into it. And it was just like magically unfolding. And the cool thing is it just felt so natural. And it continues to feel natural because when you're an energetic match, that's what happens. That's how it unfolds. Now, I remember one of my clients, Jenny, that I worked with, she had a powerful message to share, but she was hiding out. She was playing small, and she knew she was ready for more. I remember when we were together, she told me she was just ready to say yes to herself and to her dreams. And we worked hard to cultivate her image. We really honed in on what her message was, who she was, how she wanted to be seen, how she wanted to express herself. And it was so cool because we nailed it. We got really, really, really specific about about how she wanted to show up. And I remember on one of our first shopping trips together, we were actually at StyleFinder Boutique, and we pulled some outfits for her. And the first outfit she came out of the fitting room wearing, it was like magic. It was like some alchemy had happened in that fitting room. And when she put those clothes on and came out, the expression on her face said it all. I mean, it was really crazy. It was like, whoa, girl, look out, because you have arrived. And it just showed me. I mean, I had experienced that for myself so many times, and I'd seen it happen in my clients, but never at that level. And that to me was the beginning of really seeing how powerful style could be for other people. But what happened after that was crazy. She began to step out and share her message in such a powerful way. She started doing video. She started getting out there as much as she could. She took all sorts of free talks, any opportunity she had to share her message. And next thing you know, she was up on the big stage and she started getting offered a lot of money to speak. And she started being able to share her message in front of hundreds and thousands of people. And she was ready because she saw herself. When she came out of that fitting room, she was like, I can be on stage now. Like, I have the clothes that match who I am. My image speaks louder than words. And it was powerful because that enabled her to see herself on stage in front of hundreds of people. Act as if, right? Dress as if. Dress as if it has already happened. And it can't help but happen. When you dress as if, you begin to see yourself as the woman who has made the money, gotten the man, gotten the client, done the thing, written the book. And it's powerful what will unfold after that. Leverage your style as a tool. It is such a fun way to experiment. And you don't have to go out and spend tons of money. If it's a designer handbag that's really going to make your outfit, there are a lot of places you can get them secondhand. Or borrow one from a friend for a photo shoot. And see yourself as the woman who carries that bag. But whatever it is for you that's going to help you see yourself as that next level, do what it takes. Because you are worth it. Your dreams are worth it. And when you can shift your self-image to see yourself as the woman who is achieving her goals, your goals, it's magical. And you are worth it. You are deserving of it right now. Step into that next level of who you are and who you're meant to be. Shine your light and make your dreams come true. Thank you so much for being here and for celebrating my birthday with me. I encourage you, do something to celebrate you today. You are amazing and you are beautiful and you are worthy of celebrating. Look in the mirror, find something to appreciate about yourself today. Say something beautiful to you and see how it can help you to shift how you see yourself. Because how you see yourself is the key to unlocking all your goals, dreams, desires, potential. And I want to see it all happen for you. I will see you next time. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Please reach out. Let me know how I can support you in any of your style goals. And let me know what your goals are for the year. I love you. I will see you next time. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michelle and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.